Welcome students. So today we shall deal with unit 2, that is on reading skills. In exams you have a comprehension question, passage comprehension for 10 marks and poetry comprehension for 3 marks. It's a very important question where you can score 13 marks without any prior reading or preparations. You have to read the passage and answer the questions, and this is called comprehension. Okay, and see the page number 34. First we have reading. What is reading? Before going to that, I'll tell you there are 4 skills of language. Language skills are 4. Number 1, listening. Number 2, speaking. Number 3, reading. Number 4, writing. So if you want to be perfect in any language, all these 3-4 skills are required. They are called language skills. LSRW. Listening, speaking, reading and writing. So listening, as you know, starts from the very beginning. Before a child is born, the child starts listening. That is the first skill. Then when it starts as growing small, when the baby is very small, it starts uttering and starts speaking, the second skill. Then reading, well, at the school stage it is. When the child grows about 3 to 4 years, then starts slightly reading, then starts writing. So these are the 4 important skills of language. Okay, now reading is the third skill. Reading is see the text. Reading is an interesting activity that begins at a very young age, but we read for different purposes at different times. So we don't read everything for the same way. Suppose now we are reading the textbook, so that we understand. Suppose you read a newspaper, we just see the news. We do not go to the deep into that. Suppose you start reading the Bible or the Quran or the Ramayana, then we go very thoughtfully. So that is the difference in reading. In first PUC, the skills of skimming and scanning were introduced. There are different skills in that. We have skimming and scanning. Skimming means, sometimes the eagle skims on the water and catches some fish. Skimming, just touching and going. Skimmed milk, the top part of the milk. Okay, skimming means, suppose you have studied everything, tomorrow exam is there, then you don't go deep study. You just start saying, page number 1, 2, 3, 4. You just carry on, and that is called as skimming, just overall reading. Then we have scanning. Scanning means thoroughly, the complete thing. See, when you scan your body, it takes a complete picture. So this is scanning. These 2 skills were studied in first PU. And this year, the second PU, the focus is on developing students' ability to comprehend logically while drawing inferences. Understand this, there are 2 points here. One is to comprehend logically and drawing inferences. Comprehend means to think. See, when you read something, you have to be very careful to see what it is and try to understand. Comprehend means understanding. That is why we call them as comprehension passages. Okay, when you read, you must know what it is there. Then logically. Logically means meaningfully. Comprehend logically while drawing inferences. This is another point. To draw some conclusions. Inference means what you have read and what you have got. That is inferences. So first PU, we learned the skills of skimming and scanning, and this year our focus is on comprehension and drawing inferences. Literary, descriptive and narrative type text types have been selected. Literary, that means it is maybe from Wordsworth, Johnson, Milton, Shakespeare and all that. That is called literary. Descriptive, that means it describes about something. It may be about India, it may be the Himalayas, it may be about something. Then narrative, stories are narrated. So narratives. So these type of things have been selected in this area. Then we have the poetry section. That is poetry comprehension. It is introduced to develop simple comprehension skills which enable the students to appreciate the poem. 15 poems have been included in this section. See what happens, in first PU you do not have poetry comprehension. You had a passage comprehension. It was an unseen passage. 10 questions were set on that and 10 marks is awarded. Here, secondarily, they have introduced some poems, selected poems, about 15 poems are there, and from this exam questions will be set. Comprehension passages from anything, but poetry will be only from here, what is given in this textbook. So if you know the important poems, you can easily answer. It's very, very simple. Okay, then students should be instructed to answer the comprehension questions in one cluster. Scattered answers may not be considered. Very important. Students do not do this. In one cluster means in one area. Cluster, cluster of stars, the group of stars. One cluster means, suppose you start answering the passage question. Generally it's question number 24. Okay, there itself you must start answering all the questions, not 5 questions here, 3 questions there and 2 questions at the last. This is not allowed here. All the 10 questions should be answered together, and that is called in a cluster, in one cluster. Scattered answers may not be considered. The answers should not be scattered here and there. They should not be repeated here and there. They will not be considered. This is very important from exam point of view, because students, because they did not study anything, they know only this passage, they will write here, again there and again at the end. This will not be considered. Whatever you have written first will only be taken. It's very important. Then care should be taken to choose from among the 15 poems for testing in the examination. So for exam purpose, only these 15 poems will be considered. Okay, they will take about a small stanza, maybe about 4 to 5 lines. From there, 3 questions will be set and you have to answer. It's very, very easy. It's not that difficult. Okay, today we will deal with the passage comprehension. That is, first passage is hospitals, then and now. So this is a narrative. It describes the birth of and the growth and the history of hospitals. How the hospital started in the ancient period, how it started changing, how it started becoming modern, and what is now the present hospital. That is what then and now. I'll read the text and we'll see the comprehension questions are there, and then as usual you will have Google form 10 questions, multiple choice. Let us see. All of us have seen the inside of a hospital sometime or the other. So everybody knows what is a hospital. If at all you have not gone inside the hospital, at least you have seen the hospital in some of the films, 3 serials everywhere. So you know what is the hospital. Hospital means there will be an entrance, there will be some casualty, there will be some in this thing where patients are tested, then hospital wards will be there, doctors will be there. So this is a normal operation theatre will be there. So this is the structure of a hospital. Then hospitals have a special smell of their own. When you enter a hospital, you find some particular smell because they always use Dettol and this and then they start cleaning. So there will be a particular smell and seem very busy all the time. You see, everybody is running here and there. Attendant is running, staff is running, the nurses are running, the doctors are also busy. So you always find the hospitals quite busy. But how did the idea of setting up a special place ever come about? So hospital is a special place. When people become sick, they don't stay at home. They are taken to the hospitals. Nowadays we have private, government, different kinds of hospitals. So now we'll study the history, how the hospital started. The ancient Greeks used the temples of their gods of healing as resting places for the sick. See, when you, in the exam, when you start reading like this, you must concentrate. So, what is the period? Ancient period. What were used? Temples of their gods of healing. Temples of their gods of healing as something like a resting place for the sick, just like a hospital. This is how hospitals began. The ancient Greeks, if you saw ancient history, you come across Greeks, Romans, Babylonians, Egyptians. They're all ancient people in history. We don't come across Indians. Okay, and how the hospitals started. Particularly the Greeks, they had temples of gods of healing. Okay, and they used them as resting places for the sick. That means hospitals only. So too did the Egyptians. Egypt is an ancient country. The Babylonians, the Babylonians, and the ancient Indians. So Indian also, we have ancient Indian history. So we come across, we had those days Ayurvedic medicines and all herbal medicines and all that. They used to keep the patients in some sort of a house, and then they used to treat them. But in Greece, the temples were used. This was the beginning of the birth of the hospitals. The Egyptians also did almost the same. They used to have separate places. The Babylonians, they also had separate places. And the ancient Indians, so reserved some places for the sick. And they were almost considered as hospitals. The Romans especially began to realize the need for hospitals. Why the Romans realized? Because they were always at war and the soldiers needed care and treatment. If you see the history, Julius Caesar, the great Roman emperor, and then there used to be a lot of wars. So when there is a war, automatically soldiers get wounded and they require some treatment. And so a place like a hospital is required. That is how the hospitals took birth in Rome. So because they were always at war and the soldiers needed care and treatment. Now, the idea of hospitals caught on. That means started. Slowly, then passed into the church. By the 4th century, church hospitals had begun. So, the first stage was ancient period. Second stage is the 4th century. See, 4th century means here it is not mentioned BC or AD. So, we take it as AD only. Church hospitals, because churches began after Christ only. So, church hospitals had begun. So, churchally, they used to do some service, social service, looking after the sick. Then they started having a place to look after the sick people. So, church hospitals started in the 4th century. Here you must remember 4th century. There you must remember the ancient period, the Greeks, the Romans, the Egyptians, the Babylonians. They all, this you must remember. Then centuries passed. After some centuries, by the 17th century, public hospitals were founded in Britain by the rich citizens who wished to serve the public. So next stage is 17th century. Up to that time, only the church hospitals they were running. But in the 17th century, the public hospitals, they were founded in Britain. Present Britain means UK. Okay, by rich citizens, by rich people who wish to serve the public. Among the rich people also, there are some good people. So they thought, why not have some place, set up some hospitals and help the sick people, take care of the sick people. So this took place in 17th century. So remember the periods, ancient period, 4th century, the 17th century. The 17th century, public hospitals were set up in Britain by rich citizens who wished to serve the public. Next, the hospital as we today, present hospitals, began to evolve only around the 19th century. So this is the next period, 19th century, people began to live in better conditions. They felt the need for more cleanliness and better expert care. So people thought we should have all facilities. We should have clean hospital where doctors, nurses are there, where they look after, and they should have expert service. So the modern hospitals started. Then private hospitals also came up. In the past, nuns and other members of the church had done the nursing. So startingly, the nurses were there, the nuns means sisters who are in the church. So they started doing this service, looking after the patient. That is why even today we have hospitals like St. John's Hospital, Martha's Hospital, then Philomena's Hospital. All these places where the sisters or the nuns, they are acting as nurses. They look after the patients. Then it was Florence Nightingale. You must remember this name, the great lady. And she is called as the Lady with the Lamp. Lady with the Lamp. So during the war in Europe, there used to be a lot of wars, particularly the Crimean War, when soldiers were wounded and nobody was there to care for them. So this lady, the Florence Nightingale, she took a lamp. That means hurricane lamp, lighted lamp, because it was night. So she used to go in search of soldiers who are wounded, and she used to look after them, treat them, and that is why she is called as the founder of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale. If you go to any nursing school or nursing college, you always come across a big photo of Florence Nightingale because she is the founder of nursing. She began the St. Thomas Hospital in England. So first she started looking after the soldiers who are wounded. Then gradually she started the hospital, and that was called as St. Thomas Hospital in England. This was the first training college for nurses ever. So in the history of nursing, so Florence Nightingale was the founder of nursing, and the first hospital was St. Thomas Hospital, and it was the first training college for nurses. Next, hospitals began to have public wards and private rooms. Now also we have general ward, special ward, ICU, intensive care units and all that. So now hospitals started to have public wards where normal patients are put, and some private rooms where some rich patients who can afford, they are put, and serious patients are put in ICU. So this all started during this period only. Hospitals soon began to have public wards and private rooms. Today, any hospital is a vast, complex organization. It is not a simple thing. Hospital means very, very big. There has to be consultation rooms and different departments. Medicine department, surgical department, eye department, dental department, all these things, physiotherapy, all these things are there. So, and then we have wards, special wards, ICUs, operation theaters and all that, storerooms, pharmacy, everything. So that is a complex organization. There are doctors, that is doctors only. There are two doctors. One is physicians and surgeons. Physicians means who deal with the treatment with medicines only. We call as MDs. MBBS ಆದಮೇಲೆ MD ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, they are physicians. And surgeons, those who are doing MBBS and then MS, they can do operations. So physicians and surgeons and nurses. In the beginning, there was no bifurcation. Only doctors were there. They used to treat. Then when surgery started, then everybody cannot do that. Then we have two kinds of doctors, physicians and surgeons and nurses. There are other staff like receptionists, record staff, hospital managers, etc. They even have pharmacy. They also have Pharmacy means where medicines are being issued. Okay, so these are the vast complex organizations. There are doctors consisting of physicians and surgeons and nurses. There are other staff like receptionists, records, staff, hospital managers, and even a pharmacy. Big hospitals could have porters, orderlies, electricians, carpenters, plumbers, security. Does all that sound like a small town in itself? Big hospitals, you have to run around. You do not know what is where. They will tell you go to ward number 15. You have to go to ward number 15. Then again they will say go down first floor, go for X-ray. Then go to the second floor to see the doctor. So it is a vast organization nowadays. Private hospitals has become big business. You know everything. Huh? So this is all about hospitals then and now. What was in the beginning and what is now. The history of the hospitals. So I'll tell you, in the exams, a passage like this will be given. Okay. As per the rules, what you have to do, you have to read the passage, understand the concept or idea in each paragraph. Then total idea of the what is the subject of the passage. Then you go for question number 1, 2, 3, 4. And as I told you, you have to go serially only. And the basic rule is read question number 1, start going to the first paragraph. It will be there only. Okay, find out. Don't write what is given there as it is. You have to write on your own, modify the answer and give. Okay, that is the practice they are giving us now. We have 3 passages with questions and then 3 more passages without questions. Then we have poetry comprehensions. Okay, so here we see in the textbook. So see the text. There are 3 questions in this page. First one, what did the ancient Greeks use as resting place for the sick? So starting as I told you, the ancient Greeks, they used the temples of their gods of healing as a resting place for the sick. So there is a space in between. If you have the textbook, please write down the answer. Otherwise, don't write down somewhere. Answer will be, they used. They means the ancient Greeks. They used the temples of their gods of healing as resting place for the sick. Okay. Second question is, why did the Romans realize the need for hospitals? Write down. And if you have a textbook, there is a place in between. You can write there also. So the answer is because. Why means start because. The Romans were always at war and their soldiers needed care and treatment. So what is the answer? The Romans were always at war and their soldiers needed care and treatment. Third question. When did the church hospitals begin? When did the church hospitals begin? Answer. By 4th century. After the ancient period, next comes the 4th century. So next we go to the next page. That is question number 4. Rich citizens in Britain founded hospitals because A, B, C. In exams also they will give you an multiple choice question. There will be some grammar based questions. So everything is given here. So rich citizens in Britain founded hospitals because they A, wished to serve the public, B, wanted to make money, C, wanted business. In exam, you must write the option and also the what is answer. Don't write only B or A like that. So here answer is A. If you have textbook, please tick it. A, then continue. Wish to serve the public. This is the answer. Next we have name the first training college for nurses. Name the first training college for nurses. Answer is St. Thomas Hospital in England. St. Thomas Hospital in England. This is the first nursing college. So sixth one. So fill in the blanks with appropriate words. First they have given this side, the left side, era, and then place for the sick. So first one is, answer is given, you have to put what is the era. First one, the temples of gods for healing. So who were doing this? The ancient Greeks. So what is the period? The ancient period. Era is the ancient period. Please fill up there. Huh? Second one, 4th century. What took place in 4th century? What was the place for them? Church hospitals. Second one is church hospitals. Please fill up. Then 17th century. So what was there? Public hospitals. Public hospitals developed in the 17th century. Okay. Then 19th century, present hospitals, that is hospitals today. Hospitals today. So this is all comprehension. You have to find out the answer and write. So first one was the ancient era. Second one was 4th century, church hospitals. 17th century, public hospitals. 19th century, hospitals today. Okay, next question number 7. Find the synonyms from the passage for the following words. What is a synonym? A word having same meaning. This is a word which has got the same meaning or similar meaning, that is called as a synonym. Nim andra word. It's a Greek word, nim andra pada. Sino andra same. So same meaning will be there. Okay. So they have given the 3 words. One is understand. Understand. This comes in para 2. In your textbook, 1 it is given as 1. You make it 2. Para 2 nalli, there is a word called understand and you have to give a synonym for this. So, what will be the synonym? Realize. This word realize is there in your text, in your passage. So, answer is realize means understand. Okay. So, write the answer. A, understand, dash, realize. Second is established. This comes in para 4. Count the paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4. So, established means founded. What is the synonym for this? Founded. So, in the passage, the word founded is there. So, the synonym is established. Third one, dispensary. So, dispensary. So, here, the paragraph 8. Paragraph 8, there is a word called pharmacy. So, pharmacy means dispensary. So, what is the answer for this? Pharmacy. So, for question number 7, A, realize. 7, B, founded. 7, C, pharmacy. Now, find the antonyms from the passage for the following words. Antonyms means words opposite in meaning. Not same meaning, opposite. Anto means opposite. Nim means word, opposite words. First one is layman. So, layman means who is not a member of the church. Church alli priests, fathers are there, sisters are there, nuns are there. All the others, people, the public people are called laymen. Okay. So, here layman, the opposite word is nun. N-U-N. Nun means sister. So, nun. Para 5. The word nun is there. Then B, personal. See para number 7. Count the paragraph. In para 7, we have a word called public. So, public is the antonym for personal. Antonym means the opposite word. Word having opposite meaning. Okay. So, there are 8 questions. In your exams, you will have 10 questions. Similar type of questions. One short answers, then multiple choice ABC, then sometimes a grammatical aspect like find the antonym or find the synonym of something. All these things will be given. So you must be able to answer and score full 10 marks. It's a very, very important thing, and that is why they have given so many passages. What students think that what is this, they are simply filling up the pages and all that. It is very important. See, comprehension is in all the stages. If you have seen in 10th standard, there is a small paragraph in the exam and there will be 5 questions on that. 5 marks questions. Comprehension adu. In first PUC, we have a small passage and then 10 questions are there on that and 10 marks. So this is a comprehension. In second PU, we have a passage for comprehension, 10 questions are there and 10 marks. And poetry comprehension, important poems are given. From there they will take a stanza and they will just give that. On that stanza, there will be 3 questions, very simple questions. So 3 marks. That means if you read something, how you understand, how you comprehend. This is very important. So students start reading something, they don't comprehend at all. They don't think, they don't understand properly because concentration is not there. Then they say, sir, I am not understanding. I am not able to understand. Why you are not understanding? Because you are not concentrating. So this is a practice for concentration. You must read and then see what is given there. If required, underline them, some points. See, for example, all have seen the inside of a hospital sometime or the other. Hospitals have a special smell of their own. Here, hospital means some smell. Underline that. Then, very busy all the time. Underline very busy. Hospitals are always quite busy. How did the idea of setting up a special place come from? So, this is about a history. Second para also you have to underline. For example, keep a pencil. The ancient Greeks, underline ancient Greeks. They used temples of their gods. Underline temples of their gods as healing, as resting places for the sick. So that means you will understand. Oh, the ancient people, Greeks, they use the temples of their gods of healing as resting places for the sick. Then we come across Egyptians. Underline Egyptians, the Babylonians, and the ancient Indians. They also kept their temples as resting places for the sick. So this is how the origin of the hospital. Then they specialize particularly about the Romans. The Romans, they always realize the need for hospitals. Why? So the answer is next line. They were always at war and their soldiers needed care and treatment. Romans, they were always at war. They were always fighting. You might have seen the Romans before the British people. The Romans were ruling Britain for some time. And that is how their language, that is Latin, they entered into English language. English people came later on only. If you study the history, before the English people, the Romans were there, the Greeks were there, the Egyptians were there, then the Babylonians were there. This is all the history. So those days there used to be always some fighting, some small war, and soldiers used to be wounded, and the requirement of hospitals came. So this is how the hospitals started those days. And since then, the hospital has grown up. So regarding these comprehensions, one thing you must remember, the questions must be answered in a one cluster. That means at one place only. That is why I advise the students in the exam, public exam, first go for the first question. First question consists of 12 questions of 1 mark, short questions on your course book. So answer them. Then don't go for 4 mark and 6 mark. It will consume a lot of time. Straight away go to the passage. And passage is about 10 marks, short answers, because these scoring areas. So read the passage, understand. So in exam, I'll tell you the technique. You will not have time to read the full passage. It will be a criminal wastage of time. What you have to do, go for the first question, read the first question. See, for example, in this one, the first question was, what did the ancient Greeks use as resting place for the sick? Then straight away come for the first line, first paragraph. Read just first paragraph. Oh, it is not there. Oh, second para it is there. Yaro, The ancient Greeks. So answer is here only. Then read the complete line. The ancient Greeks used the temples of their gods of healing as resting places for the sick. So this is the answer. Straight away write the answer. Modify it. Answer will be, they used temples of their gods of healing as resting places for the sick. You got it. Second question you read. Why did the Romans realize the need for hospitals? Go after that. Don't go before the. Come after this one only. So the Egyptians, Babylonians, ancient Indians. Okay, it is not there. Then the Romans. Then you think, yes, answer may be here only. Began to realize the need for hospitals. Question is, why did the Romans realize? Answer is here. They were always at war and their soldiers needed care and treatment. I hope you understand. This is how you must get the answers, find out the answers and write them. In the exams, don't write the question, write the question number and the answer. It's a very easy way and the best way of scoring 10 marks for your passage comprehensions. So, every day for one passage I'll be doing. So today we have done the first passage, hospitals, then and now. Tomorrow, the second passage, the moth and the star. The similar way, I shall read, then we shall discuss about the questions given there. Then we will have some questions on Google Forms also. Okay then, bye.